When you think of video games, what is the first thing you think of? Maybe your mind goes to a specific game, perhaps a funny memory you have, or maybe even a game you've been wanting to try. If you're like me, oftentimes I will think about the music of a certain game. You see, something many people don't give a lot of headspace to is the importance and impact of music within a gaming experience. Today I'd like to look at 3 specific games as the soundtracks for each embody a different influence within communities and gaming as a whole. The purpose of each song being different, with some making you more immersed in the moment, to freeing your mind from any outward worries or distractions, and even becoming as recognizable as the game itself. This is why I believe that music is one of the most important aspects of a video game. While thinking about writing this video, Pokemon quickly entered my brain as a glaringly obvious choice for expressing my opinion. A franchise that's coming up on its 30th birthday, it has a music that has become synonymous with the name. While the Gotta Catch 'Em All song and slogan define the game for history, it's deeper than that. Over the years, over 90 different entries to the series have been released, each introducing a new generation to the magic of catching little monsters with a ball.
There's Alexander towards me. Can I read? Left side! Left side! Oh my left side! Ah!
I started playing the games with my first Pokemon game being Pearl, but yours may be an earlier entry, or more recent depending on when you were born and when you first stumbled into the franchise. Regardless of when you started playing, one thing remains all the same. The soundtrack for that game will flood back nostalgia when you hear it. As I mentioned, when I hear the Pokemon Pearl theme song, I'm taken back to a moment when I was still just a baby, no responsibilities, no worries, no care, but that's not all. Even though the song Lake Verity transports me back to a better, simpler time, what Game Freak did with the soundtracks for each entry of the Pokemon franchise is truly masterful. In a simple 8-bit video game, the accompanying music sets the tone despite any limitations. Shortly after beginning your playthrough, you cross paths with your rival, and rival theme plays a funky, upbeat melody, but there's a sense of competition in the layers of the song. It's clear that this isn't going to become a battle of life or death, but more so a moment to prove yourself without any true consequences either way. The battle theme is amplified in intensity when fighting against a gym leader as well. While the song you've learned by heart through your countless encounters in the wilderness is still there, when up against a stronger foe who is standing between you and your goals, every emotion is heightened. I could keep going through each of the songs within just Pokemon Pearl, let alone any other game that came before or followed it, but this video would be so long that YouTube wouldn't let me upload it. So instead of continuing to battle, let's let our minds float away and enter a world completely our own. Minecraft is a game we all know. Released in 2011, the popularity from this simple sandbox game took the world by storm, garnering millions of players before its official release, and with that popularity, gaming would never be the same. Sandbox games popped up left and right. No matter where you looked, there would be another blocky sandbox game trying to capitalize off the gold rush of Mojang's creation. However, nothing else would capture the same lightning in a bottle. For some, the gameplay just wasn't good, others tried too hard to make the next Minecraft instead, and the rest were just drops in an ocean of mediocrity. One thing all of these clones had in common, though, is none of them repeated the magic of the Minecraft soundtrack. C418, known otherwise as Daniel Rosenfeld, was connected to Notch, Minecraft's father, via the TigSource online forum for indie developers and artists. His main focus was to create music for the game that not only had endless possibilities, but to do so regardless of limitations. So he got to work and created Volume Alpha and Volume Beta. The tracks listed for these projects gave Minecraft its signature feel, and mixed together with the gameplay made an otherwise pretty normal experience feel significant. His music gave a simple game an awe-inspiring sound. Minecraft's early sound engine wasn't really an engine at all, as Notch had developed an in-game system that leveraged the LWJGL, an open source library that binds Java-based programs to the native libraries of other APIs. Moving along from the technical side of things that I don't really understand, to put it in layman's terms, there were heavy limitations for what C418 was able to do in creating the game's first soundtracks. So this German did a little of the engineering that runs through his veins and developed the music so that it felt natural as it fades in from an infinitely silent world. C418 did such a good job at developing these songs that a lot of times you might not even realize that his music is playing in your ears after a period of silence, but your conscience hears it, and it grows into the world further than you thought you would ever go. It's emotional and personal, but at the same time modest and
Very
demure. And it's
very
the unspoken hero that not only set Minecraft apart, but made it truly special and an instrumental piece of how Minecraft has stood the test of time over the last 15 years. While Minecraft's soundtrack is unobtrusive to the experience, another timeless game's soundtrack has become as large as the game itself and combines both of what Pokemon and Minecraft's OSTs do best into one cohesive piece of work that you'll know whether you've played the game or not.
Hey, listen.
For a game to be still beloved and considered one of the best games of all time a staggering 28 years after release, there has to be something truly special about it. As far as it goes for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, that statement is true on many levels. A linear RPG centered around a story where you leave home, venturing into the unknown to save the world, mixed with a coming-of-age story interwoven with time travel, showing you what would happen should you fail in your quest. The stage was set for an amazing adventure. Another major factor of what set this game apart was its usage of music. It's in the game's name, for God's sake. Throughout your tale, you use an ocarina to solve puzzles, change the weather, time skip, and as a key. Your usage of this Ocarina of Time involves learning different songs to accomplish these feats, with the Song of Storms making you feel as if you're about to set off on an adventure across the seven seas, Ursaria's song, transporting your mind back to when you were a child, excited to continue exploring what the game has to offer. In fact, I'd go as far as to say this is one of the most nostalgic and feel-good songs of all time. Most importantly, though, there's a specific song that plays upon first starting the game. It's a melancholic but enticing piece of music, and when you hear it, something tells you that what you're hearing is special. From the moment you start Ocarina of Time, it gives you a sense of what the game is going to feel like whilst playing. You're in for a somber yet rewarding adventure full of highs and lows, and above all, it feels like you're returning home from your adventure at the same time, entering back into a world of peace and harmony. Maybe that's just the nostalgia talking when I describe how Zelda's Lullaby makes me feel. After all, I am talking about a 28-year-old game as a 23-year-old whose fondest memories are those of watching his older brother and cousin play the game without giving him a turn. But what's not up for debate is the impact of the Ocarina of Time OST. So many people find tranquility within the time constraints of these songs, and while many look back longingly on times that may seem better than those of our present-day lives, these songs have become something more. They've left the game entirely, becoming their own pieces of history and arguably just as big as the game itself. Composed by Koji Kondo, I think it's safe to say that this music has evolved into something nobody expected for just being the accompanying songs to a video game. These songs, from inspiring symphonic renditions and concerts around the world, even embraced by Nintendo in Tokyo in 2024, to public homages, to even bedroom covers posted online, have become more than those of a video game. They are culturally significant and a part of our lives. An ocarina is a small wind instrument that is thousands of years old. Instead of falling into niche obscurity, they've become known worldwide, with Ocarina of Time surging worldwide sales and the creation of the instrument as a whole causing a sort of renaissance for an ancient piece of history. And among so many other reasons as to what makes Ocarina of Time so damn special, so nostalgic, and so timeless, the music itself is recognizable even to those who have never played a single game. So when you think of video games, your first thought might not be the influence music has on the experience, but for me, the songs within these games embodies fond memories, comfort, and a feeling of being peacefully at home regardless of the chaos of life around me. And above all, these songs are what takes a game from being just a moment in time to a timeless experience. Thank you for watching.